Okay, alright guys, I'd just like to start the video off by saying once again thank you to everybody. Thanks for all the help and support. Hope these videos are going to help people. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. As I said, I don't know why I have to say that, but apparently I have to. So thanks for the reminder, Jackie. So today's video, or videos, because I think it's going to be in a couple of parts really. So those that you follow, and we all know about the water issues. I'm going to go through the basics of the removal of the scuttle. So this is my scuttle basically. I've just opened it now. I'll go through the opening procedure and stuff like that. So what I want to try and cover today is the stuff that you're going to need to do in the winter. Oh, first of all, you're going to need screwdriver, pick set, and one of these like small socket sets to undo the 10s and the 13s and so on. I'm also just going to tell you, when you can, after you've opened the bonnet and closed it and opened the bonnet half a dozen times to get to the various bits, these little black circular things, always put them back on because they fit under your windscreen wipers, and yeah, if you lose them, it's not a major problem, it's just a pain. Windscreen wipers, again, I recommend you remove this and completely inspect it and grease and lubricate all the various pivot points, because that's where you start getting the issues. And again, because there's so much to try and cover, I'll try and do, if necessary, a separate video. But basically, once you've got them cleaned up, got them all greased up, again, you see they put this plastic bag over the top. That's all they did back then, and I've never really had a problem with it. But you can unclip that motor from under there, silicone grease, clean the pins and connectors, plug that back in. You shouldn't have any problems. ECUs, a favourite one. So yeah, this was my solution. Basically, the ECU was taken out and cleaned it. Oh, I didn't need it actually, it had already been done. But again, clean all the pins with not white spirit, methylated spirits or alcohol, silicone grease, make sure everything's free. And then all I did was I just got I think it's a 5 litre plastic bottle, and because the ECU sits higher on its own tray, and as long as it's covered like that, and then I've just secured that in with a cable tie, any water then can't get in. It's just going to run straight off down into that gutter tray and out, and away you go. So basically that's all there really is to the ECU. Again, when I make the second video, I will go into a little more description about that ECU, but you know, you can see that's fine. You can see where the water's been dripping on it, but it's not done any harm because it just drops down the back down there and into the rain gutter and down out through that corner. So I've cleaned all that, and as I said in the other video, did all the gutter trims and everything. But my problem really exists here. So for those of you that are interested about the heater controls, and I'm going to explain that when I get inside, the water is basically dropping down here. Now the reason why that's happening is because if you look, this side of the scuttle tray, that's the thin weak plastic bit that you're looking at, it is specifically designed in this corner here, so if you look at it, so that water catches that and runs off. But you've got to make sure that that flap is there and that it goes over the edge of the pollen filter, otherwise water's going to get in. So the solution to my problem, well, it's twofold really, is one, I'm going to remove this and have a look at the seal underneath and have a clean round, and then I'm going to replace it back, make sure that's sealed up. And then when I put the pollen filter on this time, I came up with this idea. So basically the idea of that is that's going to sit on top of the pollen filter, and that way any water then that comes down here should hit the back and run that way and down the rain gutter. That's the plan. So in a nutshell, basically that's the scuttle pan. So I'm just going to have a clean up and a quick inspection before I undo that and see if I've got a seal situation, and I don't mean Sammy, sorry about that, under there, because obviously if you get water that's sat in the back, it just runs under that seal and drips straight into your fan replacement and stuff I'm going to go through now. And you can find stuff on my Facebook page as well. When you're taking these things out here, you're going to need that, because you've got to sort of hold that underneath and get that with a screwdriver and ease it out slowly without breaking them, and then they just locate in those square parts. These are brittle as well, so I'm lucky mine are in pretty good order, but again, you just have to be mindful. But the main problem is this drain scuttle that you're looking at. Try and make sure that there's no cracks and no splits, because if you're getting splits in this corner and that corner, you're going to get trouble every time, because I'd say consistently most people who have a leak, generally in my experience, say it comes from that passenger footwell, and the only place it can get in is through that pollen filter or through the pollen filter housing at the back. And then of course, you know, you're all going to get problems with a heater resistor. Everyone knows that's a common problem, but you can buy those on eBay. I looked last night, they're like the cheapies are 10 quid, and then the next stage up is sort of 25 quid. But if you want to buy the German, you know, the genuine jobby, the one I saw was 65 quid for an OEM German part. Up to you. I know what I pick, but then I'm weird. So yeah, so that's kind of really where we are. What I'll do is, once I'm happy with that and I've resolved the problem, I'll just upload a very quick video to say that's it, I've tipped a bucket of water down and nothing has dropped on the inside. Alright guys, that's about it. Bye for now.